All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the elect of the nation of Israel. And this is going to be a lesson on how the level of wickedness that Esau is able to commit has got a limit, right? And Yahweh is not going to let him go too far. And the first scripture that I can think of in my mind that backs that point up is that it says in the scriptures, except those days should be shortened, there should be no flesh left to be saved, but for the elect's sake, those days are shortened, right? But then there's also this scripture in 2 Ezra chapter 15 and verse 6, for wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and you cannot deny that wickedness has exceeded the whole earth. The wickedness has trickled into everyone, right? Everyone has been affected by the wickedness that's took place on this earth, even the elect of the nation of Israel, which is why they need for Yahweh to justify their sins, man. Right? Who shall lay any charge to the elect? It's Yahweh that justifieth. No one's going to be able to say to anyone of the elect of the nation of Israel, but you did it too, or but you did this, or but you did that. Yahweh is not going to accept that, because he's going to justify them, because he chose to have mercy on who he wants to have mercy. And who he wants to, he's going to harden. And he's hardening Esau right now so that he can do more and more wickedness, grow more and more bold. And part of the boldness of Esau is that he's what's it called, man? Making this whole golden dome thing. Rather than humbling himself down, he's trying to put things in place to where I can still be as proud as I want. And I'll claim that this thing that I'm doing is a defensive tactic, but really it's offensive. Right? But that's part of the extra pride, because they, instead of humbling down and be like, you know what, we need to get along with people and try and make peace. No, they're trying to use intimidation. That's what they're trying to do instead, right? For wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works ever filled. Meaning there's a limit. There's a limit to the level that Yahweh is going to allow these people to go, right? And it's almost reached, because part of the wickedness as well is the plan that they have to give everybody the micro C-hip. That's part of the plan of the wickedness, man, which is why, as part of our doctrine, what we believe is that when the Motb gets made mandatory, that's when everything's going to start to really go fast, man. That's one of the things that our teachers have told us, that when the Motb gets made mandatory, the prophecies are going to really start moving real fast. Right? They're going to really start going faster and faster, day in and day out, once they really go through with that plan. Once they go through with their plan to give everybody the Motb, things are going to move fast, right? And one part of the Bible that you can kind of read about that, in my opinion, is Revelation 16, right? Where after they get the swords, it just starts talking about how more vials are getting poured to destroy this kingdom that has been trouble to everybody that's lived underneath it, even though whether they realize it or not. Verse 7, therefore saith the Lord Yahweh, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, or concerning the wickedness that these people do. Once that Motb gets made mandatory and people start taking it, and people start being unalive by it, right? And enough people have took it, and everyone that's supposed to take it's took it, and everyone that's not supposed to take it has not taken it, right? Then Yahweh's not going to hold his tongue no more concerning their wickedness, and he's going to start bringing this place down, because the hurtful works are fulfilled. I will hold my tongue no more, verse 8, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, because in that time as well, right, which is still now as well, but in that time, certain men of the elect of the nation of Israel are going to have been beheaded for refusing to take the Motb. So they're going to be added onto the innocent and righteous blood that's crying unto Yahweh. and the souls of the just complain continually. And therefore saith Yahweh, I will surely avenge them, and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt. So at that point, when it really gets its worst, Yahweh's going to be like, man, I'm taking y'all out of there. But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before. That's going to going into the pain and suffering that America, Babylon is going to start to, in that particular time. They're suffering now anyway, but in that particular time, it's going to be real evident, man, that they're really catching hell. Like, they're going to really start feeling it, man. Because Esau, like, when you're starting to realize it, I've heard the apostles use the term paper tiger that he is concerning the president, right? And they are really just a bunch of lies, man. Like, I saw a video that a brother put up concerning how Esau lies about the census. And I never knew that Latinos, right, are made to put that they are Caucasian on the census. But then when they commit a crime, they all of a sudden remember that Latino and Mexican and all that is a thing, which would explain why a lot of Latinos are proud and defend Esau in certain regards, because on the census they're made to put that down. But they don't understand that when they commit a crime, they're not part of the stats that represent Esau no more. And it never seemed right with me that Esau is actually part of the like the main nationality in America anyway. And really, now that I've heard what they said concerning that, I can almost guarantee that in the UK as well, that the numbers that they say that Esau has are way lower than what they actually are, man. I can almost guarantee that the stats for that ain't even the same. Because in certain areas you'll see a lot of Esau and that. But then in other areas, not so much, man. But either way, it don't matter whether they were the majority or not anyway in any land, because the children of Israel are the majority on the earth. They're as the sands of the sea. And even it wouldn't even matter if we wasn't as the sands of the sea, because we've got Yahweh on our side and Yahweh Shai on our side anyway, which is greater than all of that earthly numbers of men. Verse 10, behold, my people is as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them to dwell in the land of Egypt. And in that time, when the Motb is mandatory, people are literally going to be getting led as a flock to the slaughter. Man, get in line, man. It's going to be like, yo, get in line. And you're going to see that guillotine in the distance. People will be made to go in front of that. The blade's going to swing down. Next, bring another one. Then they're going to swing the blade down on them too. And some people in that time, if they're not of the elect, are going to get weak and they're going to run out the line and say, I'll take the Motb, I'll take the Karagma, just please don't hurt me anymore. But some people are going to be like, nah, yo, what's taking the line so long, man? Hurry up, man. I want my turn. Yo, hurry up, man. And the other brother in front of him might be like, yo, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yo, hurry up the line, man. I'm tired of this earth. My new body's waiting for me anyway. So hurry up with the blade, man. And yo, make sure it's sharp when I get there too, man. Make sure it's sharp before I get my turn, man. They ain't gonna care. Now, some people don't believe that. But there's certain mans that they would not be prepared to go in that line, like Anton Daniels type mans. They can say what they want to say about trying to go on like they're this and that. Mate, they'd be diving out that line real quick. Man, I ain't gonna be in this line with these dusty bums. Like, yo, I'm finna take a Motb. They'll take one quick. These Tates and these tater tots and all that, they'll take one. You think they won't take one? You think that the Tates won't take one of them? Yeah, okay. You think that they'll be prepared with how proud they are? You think they'll be prepared to have the guillotine blade swing down on their thing? I don't think so, mate. I don't think so. They ain't going to be prepared to believe in the Lord that he could resurrect them again. They ain't going to be prepared to that. But we've been thinking and considering in our mind that that's a very likely possibility for a long time now. Verse 11, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before. and will destroy all the land thereof. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that Yahweh shall bring upon it. So they're going to start getting jacked up, man. Once that Motb gets made mandatory, they're going to really start feeling like they're already catching hell now anyway. But the Motb, you have to remember, is part of their saying peace and safety, right? That's part of the Motb, in their eyes, is not something that ends their kingdom. It's something that really certifies what kind of kingdom they always wanted to make. They never really wanted to have a kingdom where, oh, the American dream and you're free and everyone's equal. No, they wanted it to, the kingdom that they really was trying to make is the kingdom that you're seeing they're trying to build now, where everything's cashless, everyone can be tracked, everything can be traced, everything can be seen, where it causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a charagma in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man, no human can buy or sell apart from the ones that have the Motb. That's the real kingdom that it was just trying to make. And that this kingdom was going to be all over the earth. And that every single nation was going to be under Esau's banner. That's the real kingdom that they wanted to make. They didn't want it to be no, oh, there's different countries now. We're all just the same. That's what they really wanted it to be. That's their real plan. But Yahweh's going to bring an end to that though. Verse 13. They that till the ground shall mourn, for their seed shall fail through the blasting and hail, and with a fearful constellation. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. And there's going to be some kind of rebellion in regard to this Motb thing, but the Motb is going to come after a lot of these rebellions as well. That's going to be the solution to a lot of these battles, man. Because as tough as people think they are, oh, I've got so many on my gun collection, and I've been prepping for so long. Mate, once they really start to see what it really is, yeah, they're gonna lose their mind. Like even the people that are skilled with all these weapons and that, once if they end up unaliving like 50 people on their land, right, and then they have to end up burying the bodies for hygiene purposes, and so that the stench ain't just filling up their land. Having to get rid of all those bodies will bug them out, man, because they ain't just no natural warrior. They was only used to practicing all that stuff on the gun range. They weren't used to actually having to deal with that kind of stuff for real. You know what I mean? They weren't used to having to actually really deal with that kind of thing because they're not an actual soldier. They're a city person, man. They ain't no actual real straight up warrior. So even they ain't going to be able to really handle this kind of stuff. They think they're going to be able to. And a lot of the people that they're going to be unaliving are going to be their own people. It's not going to be so-called black people and Latino people and Native Americans like they think. It's going to be the people that are in their closest proximity to them. Their own neighbors that know where they are, that haven't been prepping and all of these things, that are going to be like, yo, give me some. You're selfish. And they're going to be prepared to fight for that person, for that stuff, because that's the closest person around them. Because most of these Edomite people that hate Jake so much, they don't even live around Jake like that. And they're just assuming that it's going to be Jake coming for their neighborhood. Jake don't even know where your neighborhood is. You're going to be going against yourselves, a lot of you, man. For the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. Some of the main people that are going to be seditious are going to be you Edomites against your own people. But other people are going to do it too. But it's going to be you that's going to be some of the main ones doing it against yourselves. Because you've never had brotherhood amongst each other anyway. Never. You just always hated everyone else more. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their action shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city, course of the action stand in their power means if they can physically get away with doing this thing and nobody can withstand them in a physical sense, they're going to be able to do it. That's what's going to happen in that time, man. And that's going to, which I have to say this, I was trying to not even bring this topic up, but that's going to humble a lot of you women in that time. And you're going to realize that you're weak. You're not just going to be able to, like, Has anyone ever noticed, man, that the so-called black woman these days does not know no other dance moves apart from twerking? Like, do you ever see any so-called black woman do any other dance move other than twerking? When you used to watch these female musicians' music videos, yeah, these Eve's ones and that music videos, didn't they used to have a choreographer that they'd dance and do like a routine? But now, when you watch any of these female musicians, all they do is twerk. Like, they don't do nothing else. They don't do no heel and toe. They don't do no shoulder pops and like just hands on the ground. It's just different versions of twerking. The one with their palms on the ground, the one where they're holding the train door, the one where they're twerking on a coffin, the one where they're twerking with their foot on the wall. You know what I mean? The one where they're twerking, doing the splits. It's just different twerk variations, man. Like, you got any other dance moves out here? That's not going to be a thing that's going to be going on when all hell breaks loose, man. I'm sure initially you're going to have some stupid idiot women that are going to try and do some of those kind of things. But when it really gets down to what's really going on in life at that point, all women are going to be humbled, man. They ain't going to be able to just go to no pool party no more or no yacht party. And those men that used to take them to the pool party and the yacht party, they're going to realize that those men cannot really handle the logistics of that kind of lifestyle, man. That they don't really know how to handle these kind of things because they're used to ordering Roscoe's or whatever the hell else. You know what I mean? They don't really know how to survive in that time. And don't worry about whether we can as Israelites, because Yahweh's going to give us the information we need and guide us through the Holy Spirit, man. And then some of them women are going to try and cross over from, oh, I don't want to be around a YouTuber and a influencer and a so-called high value man anymore. I'm trying to see what these Israelite men are saying. And here's the thing though, Israelites ain't down for adultery, so we're going to tell you women to kick rocks. Whichever those Israelite men are going to be in that time, they're going to tell you women, kick rocks, man. They're going to tell y'all move. Verse 17, a man should desire to go into a city and should not be able. People are going to be wanting to try and do all that traveling from one place to another. Oh, it's unsafe here. I need to get out. We need to get out of this city and move to this city because it's safer there. I've heard there's a safe house. You ain't going to be allowed to get out, man. You're going to be cordoned off. And the only thing that's going to help you in that time is if the Lord is chose to have mercy on you. Verse 18, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled. All this pride that's going on around here, man. To the point where they made a Pride Month. And their version of pride is complete abominations, man. Demons wearing dog masks and metal damn fenced vests. Looking crazy as hell. Men with glitter on them. Women with glitter on their cheeks and crazy skittled colour and M&M's colour hairstyles. Every woman just can only dance move they know is twerking. Like, literally, when they go to a club, that's all they'll do is twerk. When they do a music video now, they ain't no dance moves, man. Like, even Beyonce and them, like Destiny's Child and all them ones, like a Britney Spears and all these kind of female musicians, they used to do like a choreography dance, man. Whitney Houston, she never even used to dance, to my knowledge. She used to just sing. But these musicians now, all they do is twerk. You got these Ice Spices, all she does, whatever the hell she talking about, and then the next thing you know, she spins around her back around and she's just shaking her hips, man. That's all she does. Whole battery crease in the screen. Then you got Glorilla. I guess she can rap. She can rap better than Ice Spice. And then she's just twerking as well. And she looks like she got a damn BBL and cosmetic surgery too, recently. Then you got this the dirtiest looking one of them all. Sexy Red. She looks dirty, man. She looks like she stinks, bruv. Hey, Salakia. But she said it herself about herself, man. She said her coochie stink and all that. That's off. Like, why is a woman... like, where the hell in life has that became a thing that a woman would openly confess? Like how destroyed are the women of our nation, man? Come on, man. How destroyed have they become, bro? But again, all she does is that dance move as well. No bars. She ain't no spitter. She ain't got no hot fire flames that she spits. And it's just a twerk, man. Megan Thee Stallion, same thing. When she ain't lying about who shot her in her toe anyway, then she's doing that. But then with the whole story about that, forget all that anyway, man. That's not for us to worry about, man. But still, though, she's a lying demon, though. You know what I mean? Which most of these women are anyway. And they're going to be catching a lot of hell when all hell breaks loose, man. For verse 18, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid, and you women are going to be afraid as well, man. I got to throw that in there. I got to. Because you've been a part of the pride of this world, man. You women was the main ones that was down to be erased by men wanting to be women. You is the main one, or what is a woman? Because you want to just get rid of your responsibilities as a woman, while at the same time demanding that a man does everything under the sun for you. And that's why there's men out there right now in this world that have got good salaries, man. But you women think that they have got the nerve to say that they're bums. There's men out there that are making like 6 figures plus, got their own businesses, they're smart men, they'll take care of their family, and you women are out there still giving them hell. But then some grimy Pookie and Ray Ray trap house nigga that probably might only be making $2,000 from his dodgy dealings a week, right? But you'll be like, oh, he's a bot, mate. Well, considering the amount that he's making versus what he's actually risking, it's not all that, mate. That a week, I guess, would be relatively good, right? But not when you're doing that to get it, though, would it? But you mean don't care how a man makes his money anyway, as long as he throws it all up in your face? Y'all don't care. You don't really care how a man makes his money. The faster, the better, because you can buy it on nails and the stupid BBL that most of y'all really want to have, man. You have became so dumb that even when you've got already a nice physique, you still want a BBL because you're stupid. And I've got to speak to y'all like that because it's the only language that you know getting cursed out, man. The nice way don't work when you're talking to Jake most of the time because they're stupid, man, and their necks are stiff and rigid, man. Most of you Israelites out there, the women in particular now I'm talking about, are stupid. Like the things that you actually think matter in this world are dumb. All the chasing of the bag and stuff that y'all be wanting is so that you can get your nails done. Like spending hundreds of dollars on nails. Like, what are you talking about? Calling men broke because they don't want to buy you weave. You've got hair in your head already. How about y'all focus on trying what it takes to make your hair be as long as it can? Have any of you ever did that? Or is the first thing that most of y'all want to run to do is get weave, man? How comes you don't try and figure out what things work in your own hair? Why are you relying on heathens to try and tell you what it should be in your own hair? Fix your own hair when there's millions of you. The Israelite man hasn't did that. The Israelite man knows exactly what kind of hairstyles the Israelite man likes to have. Some of us are bold. Some of us have had, which these are unlawful hairstyles, some of them as well, that I'm going to say. Some of us have had a skin fade, right? Nobody else invented the skin. Jake came up with that skin fade thing, man. That's a hairstyle that we popularized. Some Jake have cornrows, you know what I mean? Some Jake have this new waistman drill rapper hairstyle and that this Chicago drill rapper looking hairstyle and that, to the point where even some of these Indian men's trying to copy Jake with that hairstyle, man. And people in China even trying to copy that hairstyle, which some of them are Jake, but some of them are heathens trying to copy Jake, but then hate him at the same time because they're lost. Verse 19, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with a sword. And this is another point, man, because you got a lot of these wannabe tough guy roadman looking people and that, yeah, that they just, when you look at them, you can just tell that they're on live a slimy life, right? Do you see they open their mouth and it's like they got fangs almost, man. You know what I mean? And they just look corrupt. A lot of them guys, they think they're tough and they think they're bad, but they're gonna find out when everybody is on living their lives like that, they're not as bad as they think they are. Some of them are gonna get punched up by a man that used to just be a bin man. They're gonna try all that bully life, and they're gonna realize that, bro, I tried to bully this guy. Why is he so strong? Because he's been carrying them big ass wheelie bins in these in whole neighborhoods and putting them on the back of a truck to get emptied. Them heavy ass bins, man. Got strong ass forearms, and you're gonna use them forearms to squeeze all the oxygen out of your life. That's what's gonna be happening to a lot of you roadmans, man, with your pants hanging all the way down. Oi, fat, and all that, mate. Nah. You talking about, mate. Nah. Y'all are gonna get smacked up, man. And I know you, if any of y'all in that come across this, I know you don't think that will happen, but it's gonna happen to you. Unless, of course, you repent. Some of y'all are gonna be crying, man. You're gonna go back to the reason why you even enjoy it. You're gonna go back to the same mentality that made a lot of y'all even want to try and join into that lifestyle because you were scared, right? Something bad happened to you one time and you were scared into doing that. So now you try and intimidate everybody else so that you don't have to feel scared anymore, right? But you're gonna go back to the same level of fear that you once had. Watch. You're gonna be brought back to that little boy mentality that you once had, man, because you never chose to humble yourself to the Lord. He's gonna re-bring that back to your memory, man, that you're really not a tough guy like you think you are, that you're actually a scared coward, and that's the reason why you go on so wild as you do. And he's gonna humble a lot of you women as well and make you stop projecting what you are on everyone else, calling people broke, that you're expecting their money, calling men ugly when you've got all this makeup on your face and cosmetic surgery on your face, on your chest, on your calves, on all different, you cut your eyebrows off and tattoo the eyebrows on, all the crazy things that y'all do. But then you got the nerve to say you're a 10. Where are you a 10? When there's no makeup in this world, because some people are going to bug out, some certain men, man, are going to be so angered with you women when all hell breaks loose. They might just set fire to a lot of these makeup places, man, so that you women can't come with none of that, so that you're going to be made to have to see what you really look like, man. And even if that doesn't happen, but I can see that happening, even if it doesn't happen, right, when chaos is breaking loose, there ain't time to do a 2-hour makeup routine. There ain't time to go to the store and get your nails done, because you're too busy worried about if someone's going to break in. You're too busy worried about where your next meal is coming from. You ain't got time to think about luxuries then. You have to think about necessity in that time, man. The world don't become a joke no more in that time, man. And all you people that added to the pride of this world, right? Your wickedness too had a limit, man. And when Yahweh really starts shaking this world up, a lot of pride that people had is going to be extinguished. A lot of arrogance that people had towards the Hebrew Israelites and towards Israelite camps, even though they learned that they're an Israelite from I've never understood that, man. How all of these Jakes have got so much to say about the Israelite camps, as if that's not where they learned that they're an Israelite from. Yahweh never just came out of the heavens and told them that they're an Israelite one time. That's not how they have it. And anyone that says that they use, you're a lying N-word, man. Straight up, you're a lying bastard. Because you know where you learned that you're an Israelite from. You know where you learned it from, all of you. You all know. But then you want to try and say, oh yeah, I agree with it, but I don't agree with them. They're right about that, but I don't like how they delivered it. Well, they delivered, whichever way they delivered the message is how you understand that you're an Israelite, though. But that goes into the wickedness of Jake a lot of the time, and that they do a lot of wickedness, man. Jake's wicked, man. They want to accept part, but not the whole thing. But the reason why y'all know that y'all Israelites is because of those people that did that. So just be honest about it, man. Why are you lying for? That's what I'm trying to figure. Why are you lying? Well, I'm gonna end the lesson there. The hurtful works of this kingdom have almost been fulfilled, and the Motb is going to be one of the last hurtful works that they're going to be allowed to get away with, man. And then Jacob's trouble is going to be happening at the same time, because that's a part of Jacob's trouble. And then their kingdom's over, man. Shalom.